Bandits kill 8 community guards in Safe local government area, Zamfara State. Federal government issues new flood alert as Jebba Dam spills excess water. Fubara vows action against arsonists in rivers. And on the foreign scene, Uganda reports case of Mpox disease in Nakasongola prison. Hello and welcome to News Updates on Trust Television. I am Lillian Ogazi. And now to the news. Bandits have killed 8 personnel of the Zamfara State Community Protection Guards. The deceased were killed in an ambush. The Community Protection Guard, also known as Askarawa in the Zamfara State Security Outfit, established by Governor Dauda Lawal to complement the efforts of other security agencies in the state. The commander of the Community Protection Guards in the state, Brigadier General Mohammed Lawal, said on Monday that the personnel were ambushed at their checkpoint a few kilometers outskirts of Safe town, the headquarters of Safe local government area. He added that the personnel were deployed to the area due to the incessant abduction of travelers along the Gusau-Funtua highway, which has reduced drastically since their deployment. Despite the incident, the commander reaffirmed the state government's commitment to getting rid of security threats in the state. Earlier, we spoke to Daily Trust Regional Editor Yushawa Demu, and he speaks on the incidents.
Yeah, this particular spot where these incidents took place is a known place where bandits used to attack. We have reported several cases of attack in this particular place because they used to cross from one side of the road to the other. The most attractive one they did early this year was when they laid ambush on police and attacked a checkpoint, killing 8 policemen on duty. So since then, there was no provision of another checkpoint. So they continue to do their activities unchecked there. Until recently, when the attack and kidnapping became rampant in Sahapi, then the Director General of the Community Protection Guards, General Lawal B. Muhammad, deployed 105 personnel of CPG, and they were stationed in different locations, including this particular spot. They stationed a patrol band there. So their presence there became a threat to the bandits. They no longer find it easy to cross from one side of the road to the other, until on Monday they led ambush for these personnel. And when they came on Tuesday, that is today, in the morning for their usual duty, they opened fire at them and killing 8 of them. That is what exactly happened.
So has any arrest been made? What is the security agency they're saying about it? Has any arrest been made so far?
Well, based on my discussion with the DG CPG, there was no arrest. In fact, he even confirmed to me another attack that occurred after this particular one. He said he was on his way to Sape from Zaria when he arrived Magazu. Then he found so many vehicles there, and he was informed that the bandits were operating just few meters away from Magazu. Therefore, he informed the military, and they deployed their people there. They engaged the bandits in gunfight. Unfortunately, the bandits injured 3 of them, including one that sustained critical injury on his jaw, and he is currently receiving medical treatment at Yerimambakura Specialist Hospital in Gusau.
So, based on what you're saying, that no arrest has been made, but rather more attacks have been recorded?
Of course.
So how have they launched a manhunt for the perpetrators? I mean, have they even made an attempt to launch a manhunt for the perpetrators to see that they are being...
Well, for now, this kind of things is not something that they can reveal, because as soon as they reveal it, then the bandits will take their own measures to escape their destiny.
All right, so how do the people of the community feel about this? What's the ambience like there? Have you been able to speak to any of them?
No, I was not able because I was in far place from Sapi, and in this kind of a situation, we don't normally.
Moving on now, still on insecurity, at least 5 persons, including soldiers and a village head, have been reportedly killed when Boko Haram ambushed a military convoy in Mate local government area of Borno State on Monday. It was gathered that the ambush occurred near a new Mate with an unspecified number of people wounded in the attack. According to a security source, the overall chairman of a civilian task force in Mate was among the victims. Those who were critically injured were said to have been taken to Maiduguri for medical treatment, while others with minor injuries were treated in New Mate. The source stated that the deceased had been buried according to the Islamic rite in New Mate. Reports said that barely 3 months ago, a superintendent of police and a divisional police officer was killed. Kebbi State Governor Nasir Idris has expressed deep concern over recent kidnappings in the state, vowing that the government, in collaboration with security agencies, will do everything possible to rescue the district head and 9 others abducted in Dango-Wasagu local government area. In a statement issued by his chief press secretary Ahmed Idris, the governor described the situation as unfortunate and assured the families of the abducted individuals that efforts to rescue them are underway. Governor Idris also called on residents to provide credible intelligence to assist security agencies in combating banditry. He emphasized that banditry has no place in Kebbi State and issued a stern warning for criminals to stay clear of the state. The Arawa Consultative Forum has said terrorism, banditry and food insecurity in Northwest and Northeast, if not addressed, could wipe off the existence of northern Nigeria in the next 5 years. The group, in a press briefing in Maiduguri, further disclosed that the impact of the flood in Borno needs urgent humanitarian support, similar to the peak of insurgency that displaced millions. It observed that the northern region has been experiencing security threats, climate change, increasing numbers of out-of-school children, which has put the region in a dire situation that needs urgent action. The chairman of the forum, Bashir Mohammed, said there is a need for the northern governors to collaborate and synergize to tackle these problems before they get out of hand.
10 years ago, there was not a single bandit in the Northwest, for example. Today, most of the states in Northwest have got banditry situation. We are frightened of the possibilities that this can also grow in the next 5 years to 10. We do not know what can happen to our existence as Northern Nigeria until very seriously urgent actions, positive, definite actions that is going to be directed squarely to bring in these ills to an end as soon as possible. The danger will be really unimaginable.
Meanwhile, motorists and commuters remain stranded along Lamur de Gombe Road weeks after rainfall has severely damaged the expressway. The flooding, triggered by relentless downpours, has washed away large portions of the road, making the vital route impassable. The disruption of this crucial highway raises serious concerns for the local economy, as it is a key artery for transporting goods and agricultural products between Adamawa, Gombe and Taraba states. Commuters are calling for urgent intervention to address the flooding and repair the damaged infrastructure. The federal government has issued a fresh warning to Nigeria regarding flooding in the country. A statement by the Director General of Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency, Umar Ibrahim Mohammed, informed that Jebba Dam is currently spilling excess water as regulated by Kenji Dam operators, who had kept 53 centimeters buffer up till now to allow for any change in inflow. Highlighting the agency's synergy with the authorities of the dams both nationally and internationally, he maintained that NHESA is committed to managing great river flooding incidents to foster socio-economic growth in Nigeria. Mohammed also revealed that the water level in the river Niger Basin has slowly receded since the beginning of October, and he called on Nigerians to continue to adhere to flood preparedness protocols, reaffirming the agency's commitment to overall flood management in Nigeria. According to a nationwide survey by Kimpact Development Initiative, 57% of respondents were dissatisfied with the electoral process in the 2023 elections, while 94% emphasized the urgent need for constitutional and legal reforms to improve the system. It is against this backdrop that stakeholders in the electioneering sector are seeking reforms in areas such as INEC, leadership selection process, among others, in order to help achieve credible elections in Nigeria. Noel Sampson has more.
According to the stakeholders, the electoral reforms being recommended are focused on several critical aspects, including independence, neutrality, and efficiency of INEC, adjudication of election petitions, and the prosecution of electoral offences, qualifications for contesting elections, strengthening political party ideology, among others.
There is need for a clear definition of the word continuous in Section 10 of the Electoral Act. Section 10 actually spoke about continuous voters registration, but what we've seen today is periodic voters registration, transmitting electoral result from all levels of collation. What we have now is just basically transmitting from the polling unit. We are saying transmit at the ward level, transmit at the LGA level, transmit at the state level.
Electoral reforms are actually crucial for us to be able to get young people interested again in the process, considering the amount of young people we have in Nigeria. I think they are the major demographic of people of individuals in Nigeria. So it is important that young people are part of the electoral process so that they are able to turn out during elections and that their votes count.
Okay, we have the establishment of an electoral offence commission. We have the post-election petition resolutions. We have timely transmission of election results, INEC leadership selection process reform, and interpretation and amendment. I mean, I feel like these things are very key because we just came back from the Edo gubernatorial election, and if only these things had already been implemented, it would have been a smooth process.
Well, challenges of electoral reforms, you could say there are many reforms that different stakeholders over the years have seen as very important that somehow never really made it cross the line, in terms of being passed and enacted into law. So perhaps I would say that's like the major challenge.
Electoral reforms, when fully institutionalized, prohibits the criminalization of politics, stops the misuse of government machinery, discourages money politics, and also enhances trust in the eyes of citizens towards electoral processes. These and many more are some of the reasons stakeholders are pushing for reforms in the nation's electoral space. Noel Sampson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Now moving over to Rivers State, where the state governor, Simlaye Fubara, has vowed to take decisive action against those responsible for setting ablaze 3 local government secretariats in the state on Monday. He pledged that the incident, unlike previous cases, will not be ignored, as his administration will collaborate with security agencies to identify the perpetrators and hold them accountable. Governor Fubara stated this during the swearing-in ceremony of 4 new commissioners at the Executive Chamber of the Government House in Port Harcourt. He reminded the audience that he had previously warned the new council chairman of possible attacks and commended his supporters for maintaining calm during the violent confrontations. Expressing regret that the recent political crisis has overshadowed the administration's achievement, the governor announced plans to dedicate a day later this month to highlight these accomplishments. Now moving on to other stories, officers of the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, also known as KAI, were reportedly attacked by personnel of the Nigerian Army while lawfully carrying out their duties in Yaba, Lagos State. According to Tokumbo Wahab, Commissioner of Environment and Water Resources in Lagos, the personnel was acting under the directive of some senior Army officers.
What about? Okay. Please leave us. Please leave us. This kind of this
we remove the bed.
This is the staff. Can you see what they do to my men?
Some traders in the Efuru axis of Uvie local government area of Delta State have expressed dissatisfaction with the surging cost of food items in the state. While blaming the current fuel prices hike, the traders lamented that patronage for food items have fallen due to the hardship in the country, which has affected customers' purchasing power. Jonathan's Awanya reports.
The traders complained that buying food items had become tough as prices continue to soar, with household commodities getting out of reach for the common man. A cross-section of traders at the popular Efru market says that cost of foodstuff and essential commodities are making life unbearable for families. The traders in separate interviews stated that the fuel hike has affected the daily runnings of their families, businesses, and other activities.
The high rate of things are increasing daily, whereby the poor masses cannot afford it. You come to the market to buy a bag of rice at the rate of 75,000 naira. The next time you get it at the rate of 100 and something thousand. It's unfair. So I want government to look into it by please calling the distributors in order, giving them a fixed price, what to do. And if they have association of distributors, they should please talk to them.
Living in Nigeria is very hard. Transportation, nothing to talk about. Feeding, nothing to talk about. Children are in problem. Mothers, problem. Father are in problem. We are begging the government. We need a final solution. All we need is reduction of the fuel, please.
Okay. The matter when carry me come now when they cry day and night. Now how we not fit dey buy things again. We go come market, we not go fit buy things again. Everything not there. Rice, garri, beans, we not fit dey buy. Even palm oil. When we dey owe small money to dey buy, we not fit dey buy. Even water leaf when we go see for back of our house. Water leaf now if you not owe 1,000, you not fit buy water leaf. If you not owe 500, 1,000, you not fit buy anything. So I beg government, make I look into this matter. We dey die in silence every day. We dey cry. Our children, not they fit dey eat three times a day now. 3 meals a day now. The thing now we don't tire. I beg government, we dey beg on now.
From food items to non-edible ones, the complaints remain the same. Prices are too high. They called on governments at all levels to initiate policies that would improve the lives of the people. Jonathan Awanya, Trust TV News, Asaba.
And in business, the Nigerian Communications Commission NCC says it will sanction Starlink over a tariff hike. Starlink increased its monthly subscription fee from 38,000 naira to 75,000 naira. It also said new users will get a higher cost for the kit, which was previously priced at 440,000 naira but will now go for 590,000 naira. It said the hike affects new and existing customers, but the NCC Director of Public Affairs, Ruben Moka, said the decision by Starlink to unilaterally review its subscription packages upwards did not receive the approval of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. According to the NCC, Starlink jumped the gun by announcing the price changes. Away from Nigeria, a case of mpox has been confirmed in Nakasongola prison located in central Uganda. According to a statement from the Uganda Prison Service on Tuesday, the infected prisoner has been isolated and is receiving medical treatment. This comes after the World Health Organization declared mpox a public health emergency of international concern in August, following the emergence of a new variant. The outbreak, initially detected earlier this year in the Democratic Republic of Congo, has since spread to neighboring countries, including Uganda. Prison spokesperson Frank Bain stated that the infected prisoner who is facing murder charges could not be granted bail. According to the Daily Monitor, the most recent data indicates that Uganda has recorded 41 cases of mpox. The Ministry of Health is expected to provide further updates on the outbreak soon. And in sport, English Championship side West Bromwich Albion has confirmed the Nigerian Football Federation invite for Semi Ajayi ahead of the double AFCON 2025 qualifiers doubleheader against Libya. The club shared a post. Semi Ajayi has once again been named a Nigerian squad for the October fixtures. The Super Eagles are playing twice over the next 2 weeks, taking on Libya at home on Friday, October 11th, before heading out to Benghazi to take on the same opponent on Tuesday, October 15th. Both games are AFCON qualifiers, with Nigeria sitting top of Group D on 4 points from their opening 2 matches. With that, we've come to the end of News Update here on Trust Television. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms for more news, more programs, and more documentaries. Thank you for watching. My name is Lilian Ogazi.